Cormier Hanser, and
I'm Dr. Diana Hoppe.
And we're so happy to be here with you today. This is our very first webinar for those of you that are Women in Synergy coaches. We're thrilled to meet you, and really the purpose of this webinar is for you to get to know us a little bit and know what to expect with the program. And we're just really excited for you to take this journey with us and for yourself.
And also to get to know us. Like, why did we make this program? Why are we so passionate about it and so excited to share it with all of you?
So we kind of have to start from the beginning, I guess. That would be the day I stumbled into your office. No, the truth is, I think it's important for people to know that I have lived in San Diego for a really long time, didn't have a doctor that I was comfortable with as a female just turning 50. I felt like I needed to go and take a look and see how things were going and make sure that I was all okay. And I was 40 miles away from San Diego when I was talking to a photographer who said, hey, if you don't have a female doctor, a GYN to go to, I have a referral for you. You have to go see Dr. Diana. And so I scheduled an appointment, and it was funny because the night before I was due to go in and meet with you for the first time, I turned the television on, which I rarely do anyways, but I happened to turn the TV on, and there you were being interviewed by somebody who was like a community programming thing. Mm-hmm. And I remember going, oh my gosh, I'm going to meet her tomorrow. That's my doctor. And so when I walked into the office, I felt like I had a little bit of a preview. Like I got to know you through the referral and then just seeing your energy on that little interview that I saw. So
it was meant to be. I think the stars were aligned and you came in. And then once you came in, we obviously did your exam and took care of you. And then as we kept talking, you could tell that the energy was just amazing. That we had this synergy, literally.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's probably where the word came from. But I remember it was the first time ever I had a doctor say, gosh, you're really healthy. I don't need to see you for another year, but I don't want to wait another year to see you. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to wait another year to see you either.
So I think we saw each other a week later.
Yeah, exactly. Well, of course, what came out from that was that both Dr. Diana and I have a very similar vision of empowering women. That was really something that came out very early on in our conversations, that through the work that I had done in the past with personal development, leadership, team building, bringing GeoWellness to the world and really helping women and wanting women to find their voice and to find their path in their health, in their happiness, and in their prosperity. And Dr. Diana had pretty much the same exact vision.
I think we're very much in alignment. I mean, we talk about single file alignment in the water. It's funny when we think about that. But I think, you do so much with empowering women and doing your transformational workshops and your breakthrough programs. And then when I mentioned the health coaching program to you, you're like, oh my God, that sounds like a really amazing situation, a great program for our, potential clients, coaches, consultants.
Absolutely.
So then we met, and then we started talking about the program, and then before you knew it, we had Women in Synergy.
And just so that everybody knows, we toss around this word synergy a lot.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about energy, everyone talks about synergy. Actually, everyone talks about empowerment. That's a big buzzword right now. But the truth is that for us, the concept of synergy really is it's the sum of the parts being greater than the whole. And so bringing each of our background, which is very, very different. In a million years, I could never be a physician. I could never be a doctor. But the expertise that you bring, the insight that you bring, and having dealt specifically with women's issues for so long, I think it really is an opportunity for us to come together, to bring our unique backgrounds together, to serve our coaches, to serve the women that are choosing to be proactive in their life through the Women in Synergy program. And what I want to talk a little bit about is what you can expect. Now that you are a Women in Synergy coach, what can you expect to receive?
Yeah, I want to just make sure I give you some accolades also, because I went to medical school, but you've done a phenomenal job in leadership and training, and you've actually got mentored by the legendary John Wooden, who was the coach of UCLA at basketball. So I just think that that's amazing. So just kudos to you for doing such an amazing job. So let's talk about the program. So what are you going to get when you become a Women in Synergy health coach?
So really when we talk about what you're going to get from a Women in Synergy coaching program, I want to start with why you would have chosen to do this in the first place. I think what you've probably recognized by now is that Women in Synergy is the collaboration and the connection of this amazing coaching program combined with the Gia Wellness opportunity and products and how those work together. And so by choosing to be a health coach and choosing to be a consultant with Gia, you're actually choosing an amazing career path, and this is the best time ever to be a health coach.
There's really 4 reasons, timely reasons, why now is the time to become a health coach. We know with the Affordable Care Act that was just passed, a lot of changes in healthcare. And so that's one reason. Another reason is that corporations really want to make sure they take care of their employees, because if they don't, they're going to get penalized.
And I've heard this, that there's actually corporations that have wellness programs. I know of personal trainers and massage therapists that are actually working with corporations, and they have corporate clients.
Exactly. And then with this program, you actually can choose what kind of venue that you actually want to work in. It could be in your home, have your home office. It could be working in a corporation, a physician's office. There's lots of options, and that's what's also really exciting about this whole program. Another reason why it's timely now to become a health coach is that the baby boomers, we look at how many people are turning 65 each day, it's actually 10,000, which is phenomenal, I know, but we're so young. But and then a fourth
So
reason,
we are the baby boomers.
Right? We're still babies, right? And the other reason would be that the women actually over 50 have about 75% of the financial wealth of the nation. So that's phenomenal. So we're going to be helping women feel better, look better, have the wellness products, have the education, have this union between this phenomenal business leader, that's phenomenal background, and then the wellness and the health perspective from mine.
So I think one of the things that we both recognized when we were talking about Women in Synergy is really wanting to give women the resources to be proactive. So people are looking for advocates in their healthcare. I mean, I know, perfect example, when I talk about I didn't have a doctor that I loved for how many years and I had to be referred to you. Mm-hmm. People are more and more independent about seeking out advice. And while we have our doctors that we rely on, we really rely on each other. And as women who have gone through things, as health coaches, you empower yourself physically, financially, and really personally in order to do that for somebody else. And I think that's one of the things that's really cool about the program, and that what you'll get to do, I think, and the way you're talking about it is in a way that feels comfortable for you. I think that's one of the greatest things about the program.
Right. It's very individualized. You could make it whatever scenario you want. And like you could be a stay-at-home mother. Let's say you have young children and you just want to kind of start a part-time career. That's a great thing. Or let's say you have, like you just have a child, both your children now went to college. So maybe you have a little bit of more time and an empty nest and you're looking for kind of like a new vision for your life. This is a great program for that. So it has a lot of spectrum of where we can go with this. So whatever age you are, you don't need to be 20, 30, 50, whatever age you are, this program is going to help you.
I think one of the things I love about this, and I remember when we first were talking about it, is that whatever your gifts are as an amazing woman, that you've decided to be proactive about your life and to join us and Women in Synergy, you have God-given gifts, you have talents, you have something special about you that nobody else has. And that's what you're going to get to bring. And even skill sets. Like, I know that when we were first talking about this, I loved the idea that you had mentioned if somebody happens to be, let's say, a massage therapist, they can incorporate that into their coaching practice. That can be thrown in addition to your coaching fee. Your client gets a massage because that's something that you love to do. So it really enhances whatever it is that you're currently excited about in your life.
Enhancement is a really good word. Enhance, and also give credibility, because sometimes as yoga teachers, as Pilates, or we might be massage therapists, whatever field you're in, having that credential of being a health coach with a physician-designed program, with a leader in business leadership and how to market, products and the wellness industry, that is like a phenomenal opportunity.
And we've seen this. This is one of the things we're really excited about. We have people, really, if you look at being an independent geo-wellness consultant, there's people who create a great and significant income, but there's a lot of women who would love the idea of, next to their name, having those initials, certified professional health coach. And this is the only coaching program that we know of, and there may be, like there always is in the industry, there may be copycats out there at some point, but right now we are the first women-only coaching program that has been primarily authored by an OBGYN, and I love the fact, because not everybody knows this, that you delivered thousands of babies throughout San Diego, and then at one point decided that waking up at 3 in the morning and delivering babies wasn't what you were going to do for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
So your dedication to women over 40 and what happens to bodies and, you know, hormones and everything else, so much of that information you are going to be able to have at your fingertips, and how to help people, and women specifically, of all ages, how to help them be their best for their families.
Right, and not only is it just the health coaching program, we also put the wellness products in. So Gia's products, which are phenomenal, which all of the consultants know already, but those who are new would have now access to all of the wellness products, and it's just the range is phenomenal. We have eye water, we have the Cell Guard, and the Neutrogena nutritional products.
Well, and I think the thing for me, it gave me a lot of pride, because I remember when we were talking about this, and Dr. Diana obviously had choices in what she wanted to do, but it just makes sense from a health coaching perspective that we would provide resources to you and to your clients in just fundamental areas of health. Like, everybody needs to be hydrated. Everybody needs to protect themselves from electromagnetic radiation. And the delivery mechanism of the single file alignment, as you were talking about alignment, it provides you as the health coach the best possible platform for your own health and wellness, and then also obviously to your clients. And that's part of what you're going to get with this program is, we want to help you be discerning as to when you start sharing those products, and the worksheets that are going to be available. And maybe we can get into a little bit about what it is that they're going to be receiving. And I know some of them obviously already received worksheets and they're part one, but maybe we can break down what exactly they'll be getting.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to share that with you too. Basically, you're going to get lots of information. The first is a guide called a Success Guide that is in 3 parts. And there's different parts, and they all have worksheets. So you're going to be guided through this whole journey. So Linda and I will be guiding you, helping you, educating you. So don't feel at all that you're ever lost. We're actually here for you. So the first part actually goes into, this describes your business, your health coaching business. Why do you want to have a health coaching business? And the foundation, making the foundation for your business. And I remember one of the things you really liked, Linda, was that I had your FICO score. Because a lot of women don't know where they stand financially, and that is just like a new beginning for so many women to look at their financial perspective. And this is a great way to expand your whole horizon.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I remember when I was reviewing some of the work that had been done, and right at the very beginning, seeing that part of the goal is to empower you as women to know what your financial picture looks like. You know, one of the things we always talk about is, in order to devise a plan, you have to know where you're starting from. Like, you can't just say, "Oh, I want to go to Hawaii. How do I get there?"
Right.
It's like, well, it depends. Where are you? Like, you got to know where you are.
You're
first.
in Honolulu. There's an issue.
Exactly. Yeah, you really have a problem. But if we're going from California to Hawaii, it's going to be different than Florida. And so I really appreciated that in the coaching program. And I encourage you, as you're going through this, really think about how this information is not only helping you, but going to help your clients. I just have to share, as you mentioned, my youngest daughter just went off to college. And so when I'm realizing she needs to know how to write a check, and what's the difference between a debit card and a credit card, and having some of that financial background, I know personally for me, I didn't have that. When I was a young woman going into college, it felt like there was so much that I didn't know, and I carried that into my adulthood. And so I love the fact that part of the coaching program is you really taking stock of not only what your current financial picture is, but what do you need to do to establish a business? Right. And how do you develop clients? How do you share products? How do you get referrals?
And a lot is personal growth. We talk about this industry and how it's really about personal development and growth and going outside of your comfort zone. And all of you watching this, we want to commend you for going out of your comfort zone and actually becoming a coach, the Women in Synergy coach. The second part of the guide actually goes into nutrition. And so you get the basic elements of what are carbohydrates, how do you actually advise your client on what kind of diet or what kind of program. Because your client may have different needs. Some it may be just to eat healthier. For some women it might be to lose weight. Also stress reduction, and we talk about in our webinars, we're going to really have some exciting topics, like how to sleep involved with weight, which is huge. And I love so many topics within that. So I'm really excited about the webinars ongoing. And then part 3 is really about the business aspect, about how do you keep your business thriving and how do you keep your clients happy. And so we get into marketing, social media, and with your expertise, we even go beyond that.
Yeah, I'm really excited because for me, what I recognized was if we're going to be providing, and primarily that health and wellness is going to be coming from you, that information is going to be coming from you, but I'm excited. I have 20 years of experience of loving to help people create a home-based business revenue. And I love that strategy, and I have zero doubt that if you set a goal, we will help you reach that goal. Between the coaching, between sharing the products, whatever it is that you want to accomplish, we're going to help you get there. And I want to just share this one word that you just brought up, because we were talking the other day and I asked the question, as a female physician, what is it that you hear from people coming into your office? Like, what's the number one thing? What could it be that our coaches would come up against? And I was so surprised that your answer was stress. One of the number one things that people want to come to you, and when you kind of get down to it, that what they're experiencing is stress. And I think the good news is we don't have to be doctors. Our health coaches don't have to be MDs or physicians to get that information across to their clients.
That's exactly right. And that's why we made it so that they can become a health coach. You don't need to have a PhD in nutrition. You don't have to go to medical school. You don't have to get an MBA in marketing and some other leadership skills, because you're going to be able to guide us with that. So it's really for any woman who wants to take that plunge, to take that step and make her financial future better, her own physical state better, because she's going to feel better, and then share that with her family, and then actually make money doing it. So it's not even just a personal growth, it's going to be a financial growth too.
I think the thing that excites me as we look at the program, here's what I know. You're just getting started.
Right.
Like, you're just getting your material. This is your very first webinar. What I know for a fact is that by virtue of you going through this program, your life is going to be enhanced. Your life will be enriched. Your scope of knowledge about health and wellness and your own personal development, everything about your life is going to be enhanced. You can choose to share that with your family, right? To have healthy choices for your children if you have them. You can choose to build a huge coaching program if you want to, or a huge client base if that's what you want to do. But at the end of the day, everything you're receiving is enriching your life right now. And that for me is what feels so good about the collaboration and the win-win.
It's a win-win. And again, it comes back to what do you want from this program. For some women, it may be that you just want more education. You want to learn about nutrition. You want to take better care of yourself, have great wellness products that you can use and recommend to your friends and family. Or you may want to make it like a real business and actually make $100,000 or more a year. Depends on what your goals are. Whatever they are, we are going to help you get there.
I'm so excited. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this particular webinar. It's just number one. There's plenty to follow. We're here to help support you. And there's a little tagline that you've probably seen on your Women in Synergy information. And it says, transforming empowerment together. And what we mean by that is that word empowerment is out there and it's used all the time. But we're changing what it means to be empowered, because we're women that are working together, not competing against each other, but striving to bring the best out of one another so that we make our lives in this world a better place.
And that's why we called it Women in Synergy. So Linda, let's recap what a Women in Synergy coach is going to get. she's going to get the success guide, which is 3 parts with all of these worksheets that follow each part. And it's going to include in part 1 how to become a health coach and building the foundation of your business, not just from a business standpoint, but using the GIA products and incorporating the union of those amazing wellness products. The second part, part 2, is setting up your business, as well as learning about nutrition and wellness. So how do we actually go about doing that, and then seeing client from step 1 to whatever step they want to go to for their goals. Part 3 is keeping your clients happy and keeping your business thriving. So that's where Linda's expertise is going to come in with the webinars, but we're going to really talk about how to keep your clients happy and thriving and making you feel good along the way.
So the other thing that we're going to get is the 40-day challenge nutritional guidebook. Now, when you receive this 40-day challenge, and some of you may already have it,
Right.
I give one encouragement, and that is to challenge yourself to do something for 40 days. The 40-day challenge is a great opportunity to lose weight if that's what you want to do, but it's also an opportunity for you to pick any challenge that you want in your life and stick to it. And it also is going to give you that foundation that when you talk to clients and when you're talking with those people that you're now encouraging, that you would have gone through it yourself. And so we really encourage you to take a look at that 40-day challenge, commit to it. Commit to any challenge that you want to for 40 days, set a goal and reach it, and you can use that guideline for that. The next thing that you're going to receive are these Women in Synergy worksheets that Dr. Diana referenced, and they are correlated to each one of the sections. They're not only for you to use, but also to share with your clients. They're going to help you be the best coach that you can be, because you're going to have those resources to share with them. So in addition to the Women in Synergy worksheets, you're also going to get 1 to 2 webinars a month as ongoing information and ongoing education. The topics are going to range from everything to how to be a great coach, how to be a better listener, how to use the worksheets, on how to detox better and use the products. I mean, it's going to be ongoing information and resource for you. So I think with all of that said, I just want to say we're thrilled for you. We're excited. This is just the beginning of a very, very exciting journey, and we're glad we're in it together.
Thank you for joining us, and looking forward to our next webinar.